Tasting like a boss, narcoleptic Chihuahua Productions. They'll do it.
Tasting like a boss. How you guys doing? I have Kylo, the Knights of Ren here. Oh, I know. I love you too. He's got his Nightmare Before Christmas shirt on. Yes, it's looking a little tight on you, dude. But you know, my shirt's feeling kind of like riding up too. We both might need a little diet before Thanksgiving. I'm thinking just a scotch, okay? I have my Gideon's Bakery shirt on. I love this shirt. Creepy and cool. But today's review on this, this beautiful fall day of, it's still the morning and it's already 74, 75 degrees. I can feel the sun baking my back a little bit, but there's a slight breeze, so I'm hoping it's gonna be nice. I've got a big band thing to go to. Oh, today? Yes. Okay, but today's review, guys, well, it's gonna be a fall flavor. It's going to be Bones Coffee Company's Blackberry Cobbler. It is a new release for the fall of 2025. Just getting it in under the buzzer before Halloween, so I apologize about that. And I know there were a lot of requests for me to do this, so hey, we're doing it. We got the crows going, excellent. So look at the cover, look at that beautiful cover, love it. So now we got a dog here, right? So Skelly, right? We found out that Skelly was the cat, so I don't know if the dog has a name yet, right? I don't really know the whole mythos of Bones just yet. We got Grandma on the back, and she's putting out, when you look at it, the biggest thing of Blackberry Cobbler I've ever seen. Look at that. It's like a bucket. That's a huge bucket of cobbler. That's a huge cobbler. And on the sides we've got replications of the cobbler. There you go. All right. Oh, and of course the dog prints on the cobbler, so he didn't eat it. I guess he just walked through it. So Blackberry Cobbler flavored coffee. Here's the explanation. There's nothing quite like Grandma's Blackberry Cobbler except this coffee. One sip and you're magically teleported back to Grandma's kitchen, sneaking a bite of her famous cobbler. This brew is bursting with the sweet, juicy flavor of ripe blackberries and perfectly balanced with the notes of warm, buttery pastry. So go ahead, have some dessert for breakfast. Okay, well, this review goes out to eldest daughter of Boss. She loves blackberries. I don't know if I've told you this, guys, before. I think I might have. I have an issue when it comes just to textures in general. So like strawberries, I love the taste of strawberries, but eating strawberries, not so much. The seeds bother me. I'm weird. Tomatoes, I love tomato sauce, salsa, all kinds of stuff, but whole tomatoes, nope, can't do it. Blackberries, same thing. The taste of blackberry, it's nice, it's different. Texture, not so much, but that's okay because this is all about the flavor. If I drink this coffee and I taste the sensation of texture of blackberry, we've got significant problems, right? So what are we doing? Well, we're going to be doing it in a 4-way review. We have it in the cold brew, and it is the Bones coffee glass. There you go. We're going to be doing it in the drip. You know what? I decided to stick with Bones again. I have is this the Oogie Boogie? Right, so this is going to be the Mudslide Boogie. I love this mug. If you guys haven't gotten yourself a Bones mug, you don't have to get them all. I know some of you really do get them all. But pick a flavor you really like, find the design you like, there you go. I drink out of this more than I actually have Mudslide Boogie, even though I like the flavor, but it's a cool mug. Next, we're gonna be doing it in the espresso, of course. And then finally, to make it a 4-way review, we have it in the NITROPRESS, and it will be dispensed into yet another Bones glass. Look at that. So, fun. Let's get down to the smelling first. You wanna try? You wanna try a smell? You do, okay, hey. You're very much active. Do you want to smell it? No? Okay. You can smell the fruitiness. Again, I don't really know what a blackberry smells like unless it's cooked, right? And I don't smell cooked blackberry here, but I smell that there's obviously something going on. I can tell you when I brew it, I can definitely smell blackberry, but we'll get to that when we smell the drip. So let's go to the cold brew. Brewed for over 24 hours. No scent, not atypical. Tasting like a boss. Yeah, it's got has a little fruity taste at the end. You know, a lot like Peaches and Scream. I always use that as my go-to for my fruit-flavored coffees. Or that, you know, one that's a non-bones flavor, that watermelon one that I got from New York. That was like, it came in what looked like a Coke can. You got that light fruity flavor. So it's more like a tea. It is more coffee-like than, let's say, Peaches and Scream was. The blackberry flavor is definitely there, but it is still light. So if you're looking for something that is just a hint of blackberry, it feels more earthy than, let's say, Peaches and Scream. Probably just because of the nature of the fruit flavor as well. I think you'll enjoy this. Maybe why it takes away from me, like why I don't give this like a super high mark, is that the you know, the taste of blackberry in general, though you have the sweetness to it, there's also, for me, I've always sensed like this earthiness aspect. And when I'm having something that's going to be more tea-based in a cold brew, like these fruity flavor ones, I'm not sure if the earthiness of a flavor really helps me out. So again, if you really like blackberry, yeah, you'll get a nice little blackberry hint here. It's good, but for me, obviously, I'm going to stick with peach, right? That's just, I guess that's the way that's the way I roll. All right, so not a thumbs down for me, but I'm not giving you a massive endorsement. Sorry to all you blackberry fans out there. Let's go to the drip. Now here, I mean, you really smell the blackberry, the sweetness of the blackberry. It's really nice, actually. This is, I mean, this could be a candle. Coffee and blackberry. I'm not sure someone would want that candle, but it definitely has a scent. You're going to know something's different about it. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of the scent that comes off of those coffees that found in a white bag at the grocery store. North something. Dang it. I forget the name of the company. But they also have fruit flavored coffees. And one of theirs is like a blueberry pecan or something. It has that same sort of scent that comes off. I'll have to find that in the store and tell you what the name is. Yeah, but that's what it smells like. It's nice. All right, tasting like a boss. Yeah, this one's actually hard to drink out of. I just realized because of the lip. Okay. Well, yeah, you definitely get the blackberry flavor there. But you know, I might be the wrong person to ask when it comes to these fruit flavored coffees because it's very bright. You know, it doesn't cross into the level of being sour, and definitely isn't rancid. But it's very bright. It's much more like, it is more like a breakfast coffee. Again, you're getting that blackberry flavor a little bit, and a little bit of earthiness at the end. But it's a bright coffee, and that is, ooh, you're gonna shed all over me, I promise, right? You promise? Okay. For me, that's not gonna be my cup of coffee I go to, and I don't think Boss of Boss is gonna like it either, because I think she's gonna find it just to be too bright. So far, it's not doing it for me, but it is tasting like you would anticipate it would taste, which is, there's some blackberry. Let's move to the espresso. Always a concern when it's bright on the drip when you move to the espresso, but I have been wrong before. What are you trying to do? There's nothing up here you want, I promise you. Great blackberry scent off of that. Okay, well, see, again, I'm being amazed as of late. Is it me? Am I going through a change? Is that what's going on? Am I going through a change? All right, cold brew. A little too light on the flavor on that cold brew. The drip, you know, it's a little too sour for me to really enjoy. I come to the espresso and I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be way too sour, right? It excels in the espresso. Guys, if you get this and you haven't done an espresso before, do it for me. Please just do it for me. It shouldn't take you that long. You get an espresso maker, right? Don't put any cream in it. have a sip of it. Compared to the other brews you had, and put a comment below. You tell me, am I wrong? I don't think I am. This is very successful as a Blackberry Cobbler espresso. You know, it's not going to be as earthy and bitter as espresso, and which is not a bad thing. So it is bright, but it's not overly bright. So it tastes like a medium roast coffee. I wouldn't know it was espresso. It tastes like a medium roast coffee through almost like drip, but the flavor comes out. I can really taste the blackberry in that much more. Not so much that they say that I can get some pastry flavor. I don't even know what that means. But I'm definitely getting the blackberry here. And yeah, that'd be really nice. Okay, so far so good. Espresso's winning the day on the Blackberry Cobbler. Who would have thought? All right, let's move to the NITROPRESS. You don't have to completely agree. Shaking your head. Okay, shaking up the NITROPRESS. Remember, even after you charge it, you want to shake it every time before you dispense. I made that mistake the first few times, and I think okay, so you say goodbye. You're about to abandon us. Hey, say goodbye. Oh, goodbye. Till next time. All right, get down. Okay. Man, I'm gonna have to change my shirt. All right, having the bones glass, let's dispense like a boss. So going in, what's my prediction? Well, NITROPRESS, with the exception of one flavor, always improves the experience for me, but it does mute the flavor. So the question becomes, with a flavor such as this, where the flavor is already kind of muted in the cold brew, is it going to completely eradicate the flavor and render it useless? I don't know. I want to wait about 30 seconds after dispensing for the nitrogen, for the nitrogen to separate, get that great cool effect that's there. Side-by-side comparison, it's the same stuff. Nothing else was added, just this poured to NITROPRESS and dispensed. So we're going to start here again so we get our baseline on the cold brew. Yeah, same. Flavor is just too slight, especially when you come off that espresso. Typically, when I come off the espresso and go back to the cold brew to give it a taste, I am, you know, happy about, wow, I can really taste that flavor more developed in the cold brew. It's the exact opposite here. Much more developed on the espresso, very little on the cold brew. All right, and this has been cold brew for well over 24 hours, okay? I got some tips. I got some tips ahead of time. Thank you again, Coffee Joe, for the save. And now I've got it in the NITROPRESS. So side by side again. Have it there. Moving here. Tastes like a boss. Okay, well. Okay, well, this is the type of review. This is why we do it, guys. This is why we do it. There's no set rule for all coffees, right? Every coffee is going to be different. As much as we anticipate what's going to happen, sometimes we're extremely wrong. So here's my understanding of all the flavors. Cold brew. If you like blackberry, you want to have it, that's fine, but I think you're going to find the flavors a little too slight. It's not as well defined as, I'd say, peaches and cream or that watermelon flavor I referenced. But, you know, maybe you don't like peach, maybe you like blackberry. If so, give it a shot, but I think you're going to find the flavor is not intense enough. Second, on the drip, I just wouldn't do it for me. You're going to get a coffee that's a little too bright for what it attests to be. The blackberry flavor is there, but I don't know. I feel like there's better options on this one for drip. Espresso. Espresso, quite good. Surprisingly good. This may be a bag that you end up making almost exclusively through espresso. I don't know if I would want to add anything else to it because you're going to take away from the fact that you're actually pulling that flavor out. But a nice, pleasant surprise on the espresso. And then the NITROPRESS. Well, I predicted you wouldn't be able to taste it. Boy, am I wrong. Boy, am I wrong. And it actually makes it taste most like what it attests to be. Blackberry Cobbler. None of the other flavors was I getting that creamy pastry taste, you know? and I really more focus on the pastry. Here, I think the nitrogen being infused gives that hint of creaminess, that hint of like pastry to it. And for some reason, when your brain connects with that flavor, you then also taste the nuances of the blackberry. So you are actually tasting something that tastes like Blackberry Cobbler when you put it through a NITROPRESS. Now keep in mind, you don't have to use NITROPRESS, the company NITROPRESS. That's the one I have. It was a very generous gift from my wife. I think it's great. But you can get other dispensers that have the nitrogen cartridge for a lot cheaper if you just want to sort of like tiptoe into it to see if it's a good thing or not. But for my bang and buck, I can tell you this, my bang of buck, man, I'm blah blah today. NITROPRESS for me is probably the preferred method for me because I don't drink espresso all the time. But these two here, this occupies a nice little space. So I think this is the last fall flavor for Bones I'm doing this year. I think I can move on to other flavors. If I'm wrong about that, oh well, I guess you'll yell at me in the comments. But yeah, this has been nice. This has been really, really great. And this one here, I don't know if I'm going to keep it or I'm going to find a home for it for someone. I think I know someone who may actually want this because they're really into blackberry. But there you go. If you've tried it and you've got a different opinion, put the comments down below. Hit like, subscribe, share, and alerts. I'm going to try something today for you guys. It might be a complete failure, but it'll be my first time doing it, so bear with me. Thanks for going on this taste journey with me. And so from Kylo, you sweet pup. Oh, he's just sunbathing. He's so cute. From Kylo and all the Chihuahuas and the fam, from me to you, thank you for going on this taste journey. I'll try to put some additional content before Halloween. And until next time, people, keep tasting like a boss. Thanks so much.